At this point, I'm going to switch over and use my graphing calculator to help me maximize the area, to figure out what the maximum or what the x value should be to maximize the area. So I've gone ahead and already typed in my equation. If you need to do that, go ahead and pause the video and do that. And the toughest part about this problem might be actually setting up the window so we can see the parabola that we want to see. I'll give you a few shortcuts to doing that. So if you hit graph right now in the standard window, you're not going to see much of anything. The parabola goes up and I don't see anything. So let's adjust the window. In this case, x stands for the dimensions of the side of this rectangle. Well, the smallest x would be 0, although it wouldn't be a rectangle. And then the biggest x could be before I don't have a side anymore. Well, 400 minus 400 would be 0. So 400 is the absolute biggest that x could ever be in this problem. As far as your output then goes, the y, the output is area in this case. Well, my minimum area could be 0, and the maximum area I don't really know, but here's where we're going to kind of cheat a little bit. We already discussed that the maximum, this problem is kind of dumb because the maximum area, the best shape to use is a square. That always has the maximum area. So I know that if I have 800 yards, the sides of this should all be just 200 apiece to make it into a square. So I know that the best area is going to be 200 times 200. If that's, I mean, those are going to be, that's the best area I can do. So 200 times 200. And even though I don't know what that is off the top of my head, maybe I can just type in 200 times 200 and I'll pop up with an answer of 40,000. Now, if you didn't know that, you could just guess and check and pick numbers and see what works to see a parabola where you see the maximum. But look how perfect that is. It's just great. So let's go ahead then, and now that I can see the vertex of this parabola, let's find this maximum point. So we've done this part several times. So hit second trace. Option 4 is your maximum option. They're going to ask you to go to a little bit to the left, although it's popped up as the answer right there. We'll pretend we don't know that's the answer. A little bit to the left and press enter. A little bit to the right and press enter. And then guess, just wherever. And I'll see that, hey, like we knew all along, it's 200. Sometimes they give us a little bit off like that for whatever reason. But the maximum, or the x value that I should use to maximize area is 200 feet, or yards in this case, which means the dimensions of this rectangle, if I plugged in 200 for x, well, 200 right there. 400 minus 200 is 200. Look, just like we predicted, it's a square. 200 by 200 is going to be your best shape to use. And then if they ask us to find the actual maximum area, well, that's your output value, the y value. So 40,000 square yards would be the biggest area that we could make with 800 yards of fencing, and that's if we made a square out of the fence.